Get ready to get started with these indexing classes. So, I'd like to thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. Well, like that's done. So, what we're going to do, we're going to start off live. One second, everyone. So, what I'm going to do, we're going to cut on a live video. I'm going to start everything live as well as recording. So, what I would like to say is greetings, everyone. This is a.k.a. Eric Harris, better known as the Juice, also known as the Alkaline Water Guy. We usually start with the introduction, which is a long time coming, but for some reason it's not playing, so I don't know what happened or what's going on. So right now we're going to start it where we at. My name is a.k.a. Eric Harris, better known as the Juice, also known as the Alkaline Water Guy. And don't forget, we're down here at J. Bella's Ice Cream Cafe every Monday from 7 to 9 p.m. That's 7 to 9 p.m. And don't forget, every Wednesday, we're at the Bentley on 7 Mile, 3 blocks past Evergreen, going towards Telegraph, every Wednesday at the Bentley. So just wanted to share that information, and we're getting ready to get started with the indexing classes, or indexing information mainly. And what this information is about is actually becoming free from the system, becoming sovereign. Sovereign means free. So as we become free by indexing, and if we don't understand the situation or the understanding of how this came about, there's this guy named Dr. I.L. Henderson. He actually sued the Vatican, the Pope, and the United States. And I do believe the Queen of England. But this is the corporation. These are the heads of the corporation worldwide. By suing the Vatican, the Pope, United States, and I'm saying the Queen of England, because all those are one full party. By them being one full party, they're all in cahoots together. They're all in the same bed together. So I'm going to get on the voting situation in a few moments with Biden and Trump. I've shared that with you already. If y'all haven't seen the video, go back and check out Don't Vote. I put out a video on Facebook. Actually, the video, and I did it live. And I said don't vote. So if I get time, go back and check that information out. But otherwise, like I'm saying, I'm sharing information about what we're sharing information. My lovely wife. We just had our first anniversary party. Anniversary celebration, I'm saying, at a friend of mine's party they have every year. This past weekend, and we had a great time. We got our brother Russell. He's going to come up and share some information about more information into indexing and different points of indexing from the Black's Law Dictionary. As well as I'll be sharing information from prophecy. So by me sharing information here and also doing live, I won't be going into my phone to check out the information, but I'm going to go from the dome. I'm going to give you information from the dome, or I should say from my head, about prophecy, where we at, where we are today, how things are happening. All you got to do is go check the scriptures for yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you understand prophecy, you know where we are. And you'll understand where we are today, time past, and what's coming. So, right now, baby, you want to come up and share a little bit of information? I'm going to ask my beautiful wife to come up here and share some information on indexing and being sovereign under indexing. Come on, baby? Okay. So, otherwise, I'd like to thank all of you for coming. Check the information out. And I just wanted to share with you, I've been indexed since 2016. Indexing actually is, well, I'm not going to share it with you. I don't want to take away what she's going to share. So I just share my experience. I will share my experience as well as some information that comes up in the information of the system once they stop you, or should I say the officers stop you.
All right. Hello, everybody out there. You think I don't talk loud when I talk loud? I think. Indexing. Let's talk about indexing. Indexing simply means to identify yourself. And so at the time of birth, our parents actually put us in the system through our birth certificate and our social security card. We were stripped of our sovereignty when they did that. They didn't know they were doing that. That was they weren't told that they were doing that. But when they did that, they stripped us of our sovereignty by giving us over to a system. Now we have no control over our own day-to-day life and things that we do. We have to go through them a lot to get things done. So having done that, we've been like I said, we've been stripped of our sovereignty. So in order for us to be identified into a new system or into indexing, in order for us to be able to do the same thing we did for our mothers and fathers did with us when we were infants, when we first came into the earth, they have to, the same process has to go when we're coming out of the system. We have to use our birth certificate and our social security card to move out of the system. We are currently under a 501c3 system. We are indexing ourselves into a 501c4 system, which in turn give us our sovereignty back. Let's look at the word sovereign. Our sovereignty allows us to govern our own selves, our day-to-day actions, our how we move in the earth as people. This day, we don't have that sovereignty. Some of us don't have that sovereignty to move. You know, people are being harassed, and police officers pulling you over and either taking them to jail, removing your vehicle from you, whatever the case may be. Men have almost no sovereignty as we are in the state that we're in, place that we're in now. Our men have almost no sovereignty. They can't just walk down the street without being harassed. They're being taken to jail simply because they didn't give money for child support. So, now the new thing is, from my understanding, as they're getting felonies. That to me is the most horrific thing you could do, is to put a felony on somebody's record simply because they haven't paid child support. How is that felonious? Because you didn't pay for whatever you had to pay for. A felony to me is when you really harm somebody, do great damage, do great harm to somebody, kill somebody, but you stick a felony on a man because he didn't pay child support. Come on, that's just terrible. How is he supposed to work now that he got a felony? How is he supposed to take care of his child now that he has a felony? So sovereignty, indexing gives us back our sovereignty. Not to say that I condone men, not taking care of their children, but I don't condone them being forced to do it. I don't condone that. I don't think that anyone should make somebody do something. So sovereignty is what allows us to govern our own self. By regaining our sovereignty, we possess ultimate and supreme power over ourselves and become people possessing the highest authority. We now become sovereign principles. We were sovereign principles before we took on the birth certificate and social security card. But once that happened, we lost our sovereignty. And so now we are the child, and they are our parents. So they tell us what to do, and we go about what our day-to-day just by being told what to do. as a sovereign principal. A sovereign principal is a person or of the highest authority. So in actuality, when we're sovereign, they have to do what we tell them to do. You know, they can't touch you when you're sovereign. You govern yourself. You walk through this earth. You deal with your day-to-day life, and you don't be harassed. And that's basically what indexing and sovereignty, indexing brings without sovereignty. It brings much more, but my task is sovereignty. And I think that once we become sovereign, we'll be able to do a lot more in our lives without being harassed and being, things taken from us simply because we won't do what they have instructed us to do, which sometimes doesn't even make sense, like the felony that brothers get when they haven't paid child support. Never mind if they could pay it in the beginning. In conclusion, indexing is the reason why we are restored to our original status, sovereign principle. That's who we will be. So, having said that, I will turn it back over to my
Thank you, baby. Thank you. What we're going to do, I'm going to pause one at this point.